You are now watching The Meech.
I recently did a tutorial showcasing how you can customize your Joy-Cons, specifically these really cool Splatoon 3 themed ones, but one thing that the set also included was a full-on custom backplate for the Nintendo Switch console itself. I've been doing Nintendo Switch customization for about 2 years. I've customized many Joy-Cons and quite a few Pro Controllers, but the backplate was one I've yet to tackle, but out of all the customizations I've done, it was without a question the easiest. It took me only about 20 minutes, and the process couldn't be any easier. If you want to customize your Switch, but are still a bit hesitant, or just want a really cool new backplate, this is an excellent starting point. So come on down to the Gator Garage as we customize our Nintendo Switch backplate. As always, make sure you have a working space with an ample amount of space. It's also a good idea to have some cups or containers just to put your screws in to stay organized. For our custom backplate, we'll be using Extreme Rate Splatoon 3 themed backplate. They were kind enough to provide it, but I've sworn by Extreme Rate shells ever since I started customization, and I still do. I've tried a few other brands, but they have nothing on Extreme Rate's quality, and what's cool is that you can get a discount on their store by using the code DEMEECH when you buy from them. I'm also providing links to their Amazon products as well. Links are in the description. For this project, we'll be replacing the backplate on the original Switch. Shells for the OLED are also available, but this process only applies to the original. What you'll do first is get your Switch console. If the Joy-Cons are on, detach them and put them aside. But I assume you already did that. Also, make sure the console is turned off. From here, you'll want to remove the 4 tri-wing screws on the back of the console. These are the only tri-wing screws you'll need to worry about, so put them aside once you're done. All the screwdriver bits are included with the set, both tri-wing and Phillips. There are also replacement screws included, so I'd recommend installing the new Phillips head ones in place of the tri-wing ones during reinstallation, but that's a later step, because the next step is removing the 2 Phillips screws near the charging port. Then proceed to go to the top of the console and remove the screw near the vent. From here, you'll want to remove the middle screws on both rails, just the middle ones. The others do not need to be unscrewed. You'll then move on to the kickstand. If there's a micro SD card, remove it before the next step. Once that's taken care of, remove the screw under the kickstand, then close the kickstand. You'll then open the game card flap, just like you were inserting a game cartridge, and now you can lift the back plate off. Now on to the fun part, making this standard Nintendo Switch Splatoon fresh. This is just a matter of putting the vent covers and foam padding onto the new shell. The set comes with them, so just place them accordingly. Then you'll unscrew the game card and kickstand mechanisms from the original shell and reinstall them into the new one. And you're virtually done! Place the shell back in place onto the console, close the game card flap, and then place the screw on the kickstand screw back on. Then put the kickstand on. You'll then want to screw the rails and console back together. The positions of the screws are the same as they were before. Now you can get the 4 screws, preferably the replacement Phillips head ones, and screw everything back together. And we're done! And just like that, we now have a spectacular Nintendo Switch. I honestly was surprised about how easy this process was, and the results are excellent. The backplate goes for the splat design, and it's also transparent, so it perfectly matches the Joy-Cons, but if Splatoon isn't your thing, Extreme Rate makes dozens of shells with different colors and designs. Since I primarily use a Switch OLED, I'll be looking forward to customizing it. But I'd highly recommend customizing your Switch, as you can give it much more personality, and not to mention just how cool it will look. So how would you customize your Nintendo Switch? Let me know in the comments, and as always, keep calm and dada on.